Hi friends, new and old, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to start our adventure into the second generation of My Little Pony. The second generation of My Little Pony was something that I had as a child. I remember going to the store, I think it might have been Kmart or Ames or something like that, and seeing them on the shelves. I remember getting them as gifts, and my best friend growing up, Kim, and I would play with the second generation of ponies. We had the pretty parlor, we had the garden carrying case, and we did all kinds of adventures with those ponies. They played with us with our Ariel doll and our Dolly Parton doll and some Lisa Frank Beanie Babies, and I had this Castle Keeps gargoyle guy. He was always around. So the generation to My Little Ponies are very special to me in the sense that I owned them and played with them as a kid. My set of ponies is somewhere in storage in my parents' house, and I just haven't been able to locate it yet. But when I was visiting my friend Kim, she found her set of G2 ponies and some fun other G3 ponies, I think, that she didn't really care to keep in her collection. She's very much curating her collection to certain ponies, certain things and generations. So she was letting these go, and I said I would add them to my collection. They would be very special to me, even if they're doubles, because they belong to her. So I thought we would take a look at this box, which has all of those ponies in it for us to enjoy. And then I also have a package from Mercari, something that I did not have from the second generation. And then we'll start opening up some other packages from G2 that I was able to find and take a look at some interesting G2 ponies. So to get started, we're going to open this box, and I'm going to introduce you to the second generation of My Little Pony.
Yay!
Open up this box. And here are all the goodies in this box. The second generation of My Little Pony hit stores in 1997. It lasted from 1997 on through to 2003. The most obvious change for the second generation is going to be their unusual appearance. Instead of being the familiar chubby bodies of the first generation that we were used to, we are seeing that these are just under 4.5 inches tall, and they have a slender silhouette, and they have a crystal eye accent. Both of the male and female ponies are going to have molded fur around their hooves, and they don't have any drastic differences to their appearances like we saw in G1. G2 was also the first generation to introduce motion features and magnets, which interacted with the playsets and accessories to give a quote-unquote magic feel or magic effect to the toys. And they all have their bright colors, and they still have their cutie marks on both sides, so that is something that they kept from G1. But the drastic departure from what Generation 1 was, and the fact that there was a limited distribution and visibility for these ponies, contributed to the controversy amongst collectors and toy enthusiasts and children opting just to ignore them entirely. But I would say that the G2's biggest strength is the unique things and the features that none of the other generations really have. So there's definitely some special things. There's some really cool ponies and pony names that I really love that I haven't really seen come back around. If we see a pony in G2 and you know of a counterpart to them from G1 or G3 or G4, definitely put it in the comments. We would love to see where you see these characters reimagined later on. So let's go ahead and move this box out of the way. We'll start taking some things out, and then we'll start putting them on our display and finding out who these ponies are and a little bit more about them. Alright, and this is the first G2 pony that we took out of the box. And this pony is Morning Glory. She's a light pink color. Her cutie mark is all one color. It is blue. And just little flowers. She's got a really light purple hair. She does have a forelock like we've seen in the G1s. And right here are her crystals in her eyes. So she's got pink ones. And a lot of the times these are going to be missing if you find these ponies secondhand. The little eye crystals pop out. I never really had that problem as a kid. I don't remember losing an eye crystal out of one. But if I did, I would have most likely glued it back in. And there is the bottom of the hooves. I think you can see right here, 1997 Hasbro. Made in China. And then right here on this hoof is the rainbow for the second generation. You can see that she does have fur on her hooves. So this is something that is nice to see in G5. It reminds me of G2 where all the ponies had fur on their hooves. And she's wearing a backpack that has a little flower on it and these two little leaves that have ribbons on them. They're supposed to be vines, and you would pull these out. You can see the ribbons are multicolored, and we would braid these into the tail to create hairstyles. And then when you want to put the ribbons back, you just twist the little daisy up here and pull the ribbons back into the backpack, and then you can pull them back out and braid them into the tail or put them into the mane. You can have all kinds of fun with hairstyling the ribbons from this one. And Morning Glory, this particular one, you're going to see these ponies repeat themselves in different sets. But this particular Morning Glory is one of the very first ponies released, and this is from the Secret Surprise ponies. So they were first available in 1997. The Secret Surprise ponies are best known G2 ponies as they were the very first set. Each pony in this set comes with a few simple accessories and a comb, and the set also featured Clever Clover, one of the few male ponies in the second generation. So I had no idea growing up that Clever Clover was a boy. I mean, I feel like there were moments where I pretended that it was, but I never really thought of it as a boy. So it was kind of interesting, like learning a little bit more about the characters as an adult and going, okay, that was a boy. Okay. So this is Morning Glory, one of the original, what were they? 5? No, 6, 7. I'd say probably 7 characters. The main 7 characters that you see repeated all the time. I feel this is definitely one of them. So Morning Glory, she came with the backpack and the attached ribbons and a little blue comb. Let me see if her comb's in this box. There's so many accessories and things down in here. I didn't see a... Move this up a little bit here so you can see her. I didn't see a comb for her, but I did find her back card, Morning Glory. So on the back of the box, you would have these little lines, you can see them here, where you were meant to cut out the card and keep the card for the pony. And we did that as kids. So Kim definitely kept most of these, if not all of them. And for Morning Glory, we can see the little story in her artwork. And it says, Morning Glory is the imaginative one. She thinks up special ways to brighten the day, like picking bouquets of flowers and wrapping them in magical rainbows. Very cool. So there's Morning Glory. So the next pony that we're going to look at is Sky Skimmer. And Sky Skimmer is from the Secret Surprise Friends 1997. And she has little green crystals in her eyes. And purple eyes. Her cutie mark is a big pink butterfly. She's yellow with pink hair. She gives me very much the Fluttershy vibes for sure. Her head is movable, so we can move her head around a little bit. So that's nice to give her different poses. She's got the fur on her feet, and we can see on the bottom, we've got that 1997 Hasbro, and there's our little rainbow for her as well. And I do have a back card for Sky Skimmer. She looks very different from her artwork. So Sky Skimmer is a nature lover. She's happy when she's outside climbing a mountain or just chasing her magical butterfly friends in the flower garden. Very cool. Set that up there. And then Sky Skimmer came with 4 blue bracelets and 2 purple and green butterflies. And I believe the butterflies could go on the bracelets like they were Velcro-y. And then she had a pink comb. So let me see if any of those are hanging out here. Okay, so I did find some of her accessories. We don't have her comb, but we do have her 4 bracelets. So I'll show them to you on her. We do have her 4 bracelets. So we've got the 2 here with the Velcro on them, and then we have the 2 without the Velcro. And they're just little vines with little like sunflowers or daisies on them. And then I don't have both butterflies, but I do have one of them. And here is the little purple butterfly that she would have came with. And she would have had 2 of them, and then we would just take the Velcro that's on the back and Velcro it to the middle of the flower on her bracelet, and then she would walk around with a little butterfly on her flower bracelet. The next pony that we're going to take a look at is Petal Blossom, and Petal Blossom is this one, and she is purple with pink hair, and her cutie mark is little blue flowers and leaves. And she has her leg up, so you can see that they come in different poses, which is really nice. They all have a different pose. And then her eye crystals are clear, white, with blue eyes. I think they're really cute. I really liked the second generation of My Little Pony. And then she's got her little hairy hooves, her little rainbow right there. And her head can move as well. And Petal Blossom is right here. Look at how different she is from her artwork. Crazy. So Petal Blossom is a daydreamer. Her favorite thing to do is put on her magical flower hat and go drifting to faraway places on a fluffy cloud. And I do have her hat. So Petal Blossom came with a yellow flower hat and a ladybug hair clip with an aqua braided hair, and then a little blue comb, which I don't have the blue comb, but I do have the hat and the ladybug hair clip. So here is the flower hat that she would wear. You can see it looks like a flower, even the middle of the flower and the petals up here. She just stuck it on her head. And then there's 2 holes for her ears, and this front hole is for the ladybug. And the ladybug is right here. And it's on a little hair clip right there. And then this here would have been braided, and it would have been tied off with like a red elastic. The elastic's no longer here, and the hairpiece is not braided, but we will wash it, condition it, and then we'll braid it and put a new hair elastic on it. So you would put the little ladybug right in the hat. Like that. And then she would put the hat on, and then she'd have a little tuft of teal hair. And it would be a braid. And if you didn't want it in the hat, you could always attach it to the tail or attach it to another part of her body. But that was her gimmick that she came with. Good old Petal Blossom. And the last 3 ponies from G2 that are in this box are not from the Secret Surprise ponies like the first 3 that we saw here. They are starting to move in a different direction. The ponies that we're going to see next, we have 2 from the Magic Motions ponies. And Magic Motion ponies have special features that allow the pony's body to move. So we're going to see, what is it? Ivy and Sundance. And Ivy has a moving leg, and Sundance has a twisting tail. And the Magic Motion ponies came packaged with multiple accessories and a special comb. They had little like playsteady type of stuff. So the first one we'll take a look at is Ivy, and I had a couple different Ivy because I also had this Magic Motion Ivy, and then I also had the Ivy from the Pretty Parlor. Did Pretty Parlor come with Ivy? And then I also had Ivy that came with the Pony Garden playset. Oh my gosh. Ivy was probably the one I had the most of. She's really cool. She is a teal color, and sometimes the color of her cutie mark changes, but right now this one is purple. You can see it is on both sides. Her body is really a different color from the moving leg piece here. This is a different kind of plastic than the body. And her hair is a pink and purple. And her little eye gems are pink with purple eyes. And Ivy's gimmick, or her magic motion, is when you twist her head, her leg kicks. Very cool. Or you could move her leg and move her head. Like she's like, no, I ain't going and doing that. Not today. Not today. So there's Ivy. And, ooh, she's got a long strand coming out. Alright, you gotta stand. Stand good now. Ivy has a little card that was on the back of her package, and it says Ivy is the glamour girl. So Ivy would have turned into Rainbow Dash or Rarity, I guess. She loves to talk with her friends for hours about the latest fashions. When she shows off her magical ring, she changes herself into a dazzling princess. Ooh. So there's her card, and then Ivy came with a couple of different things. So the Magic Motion Ponies came with several different things. This Ivy came with a pink and purple armoire, which would be this. And it's got like all different kinds of leaves and vines and grapes. You can see the top is all these different little leaves and vines. And the pile of grapes up there. Such great like sculpting. They did 1987 Hasbro. There we are. And you just open up the armoire, and then inside is a place for you to hang her jewelry. And then you would just twist the grape on top and it would move her jewelry around so you could get to it better, or turntable it kind of thing. So she had a little armoire with her. And she had a ring, a pair of earrings, and a headpiece. Okay, so there were variations in the colors of Ivy's accessories for this set. The ring could be purple or blue, the earrings could be purple or blue, and the headpiece would be blue or purple. And if you got the purple ring and purple earrings, you got the blue headpiece. If you got the blue ring and the blue earrings, you got the purple headpiece. So this set has the blue ring and the blue earrings with the purple headpiece. And here is the ring. It's like a see-through type of blue plastic, little water droplet there. Her earrings are little water droplet shaped gems again. They're both exactly the same. And then this is her headpiece. You can see the leaf there in the front, the vines that help tie it together. And then she's got a little gem here in the middle of her forehead. So her ears will go through here. And then these little spots here are on the side for the earrings. So you would put that on and then she'd be able to wear her earrings. So we'll put her headpiece on. It's probably been a while since she's worn that. And then we'll give her her earrings. There we go. And then she's got to have her magical ring, and we'll put it on her moving leg. We can turn her head and she can kick up her foot and say, "Look at my ring! I'm a princess now. It's my magic ring." She probably likes Lord of the Rings. So that is our good friend Ivy and her magic little armoire. She came with a brush comb thing. We ended up with blue earrings, blue bracelet, and purple headpiece. And our comb, it's funny because it says that it should be blue, and in the picture of the pony in the packaging it's blue, but it says there's a variation in purple, and this is the variation in purple. So that would be her lovely comb that she would use. And then the Magic Motion Ponies came with fencing, which was really different. And honestly, like, as a kid, I used them as walkways or borders of where the yard was, things like that, archways for people to walk through. So Ivy came with a purple fence. Let me give her her correct fence. I've got a couple different fences and they come with a rainbow. So I gotta figure out which rainbow and which fence is whose. Alright, so Ivy says she came with a purple fence, a pink, green, blue rainbow, pink, green, and blue rainbow with an orange butterfly. So this right here would be the fence that Ivy would have came with. So you can see here's the little fence, and it's so cool too. Like you can see the little ivy vines growing all around it, the wrought iron of the fence, and then little grass down here with little flowers. And they have these rainbows. These can come off, so it can be just a fence, or you put the rainbow on there. And it's got little clouds, and then here's the rainbow and our little butterfly friend. Yeah, and I just sat them around. They hung out. So the next pony we're going to look at is Sundance, and this is Magic Motion Sundance, and she is still from 1997. So is Ivy. So they're from the first sets, and this is Sundance, and she is a bright pink, and she's got a big sunburst right here. And her eyes are blue with little clear crystals in them. She's got a little forelock. You can see some of them do and some of them don't. So she does, and her hair is purple and yellow. And her magic motion. Oh look, her front feet are together, like fully together. So just another different pose that we haven't seen before. So her magic motion is when you twist her head, her tail swishes to the side. Let's see, hold her hair back and see how her tail just she really gets to going. You can spin it all the way around if you really want it to like woo. I wonder if we could manipulate her head. Yeah, we can. By moving her tail. So she's got that magic motion, and there's her rainbow on the bottom of her foot, and right over here we should be able to see 1997 Hasbro. So this is our friend Sundance. So Sundance drastically changed from Generation 1 to Generation 2. And Sundance came with a pink and green vanity. And that's going to be this one. But it's not pink and green. It's, well, I mean, I guess you could say it's pink and green. I think it's kind of like an orangey corally color. And it looks like a flower. That's what I loved about Generation 2, was everything looked like it was made out of things, like these vines, and they were actual flowers that were the tops of even the flower on the bottom. And it was just so cool. Their accessories are really neat. And then you can open it up here and you would put her extra accessories down in there. And there is a mirror that attaches to the back. And that's this right here. And it just slides right in. And then it has a little vanity mirror on the back. And it's just the green vines and the leaves. And then it has these 3 flowers on here. And they are actually barrettes. So you would pop them off, and then you can open them up and put them in the pony's hair. Aha! That one's popping already. So you can see they're little barrettes. And they were something that you could decorate the vanity with when you weren't using them in the pony's hair. So we do have the vanity, we have the yellow flower barrettes. And now we got her comb, and her comb was a little yellow one. Hers is even more different from Ivy's. It's just a little flower here with leaves. And then there's a little vine coming from the flower that coils around this. It makes a really cool little cone. Put that right there on her vanity. And she also came with a fence, and her fence was blue and had a purple, pink, and yellow rainbow with a blue insect. So that's got to be this one. Alright, Sundance, here is her fence. And it's similar to the one that we saw before. This time this has got little flowers that are painted on it. I wonder if it's very similar. No, it's quite different actually. Which is very interesting. This is definitely more ivy. You can see that. And this is definitely more blooms of flowers. So that's a really interesting little change that they made. Little flowers are painted on the ground here where they weren't on the other one, and then this one had that gradient to the bottom where this one does not. And then our rainbow is a different color set. It is purple, pink, and yellow, and we have a little blue bee. Right? I'd say maybe he's a bee. Yeah, cute. And then Sundance has her card here, and Sundance is the Explorer. Her eyes shine with excitement as she races off to discover fantastic new places. With a swish of her magical tail, she's off on her next adventure. Very cool. And she looks different too from like, the artwork is so bizarre when you look at the ponies. I mean, her hair is flip-flopped. And then, of course, that one doesn't look too bad. It's just a different pink, you know. And then Petal Blossom is actually Sky Skimmer's color scheme. And then Morning Glory doesn't look too bad. And then Sky Skimmer is all pink. So, you know, the artwork doesn't always match the final product of the pony. We have 2 more things in here for G2, and then the rest of the ponies that are in here go into G3. So we'll take a look at some G3 ponies that were in this box as well. So the next pony is also a Magic Motion pony. And she is from 1998. And she is from the second set of Magic Motion ponies. In 1998, the Magic Motion ponies returned, both in the United States and Europe, so these are available in both locations. Like the previous Magic Motion ponies, each pony set had its special motion feature. And we'll have to see what the motions are. This one has like a head tilt. And there were 4 of them in this set, where before there were just 2. So this set contained Moonshadow, Satin Splash, Sweet Berry, and Tipsy Tulip. And we have Moonshadow here, one of my favorite G2 ponies. I think the name Moonshadow is really cool. I like her cutie mark. I think her color scheme is really interesting. This really bright red, reddish pink. She's got a little crusty in her hair there. But she's got very, very bright, hot pink hair. And then that touch of like a white, light pink. Very, very light pink. And then her body is this, I don't know. What would you call it? I don't know if I'd call it mauve, maybe. But she's a pinky purple dark color. And most of the pictures, and honestly her body, if it was back to what it originally looked like, would be more this color. So she's darkened over time. She looks a lot brighter on camera. In person, she looks a little more dull. Her eyes are blue, like a dark blue with a light blue crystal in them. And her special magic motion is that her head moves when you push her tail. So she can rock out, whoa, or she can say, yeah, I'll eat that today. Or she can bow, like when she comes to the princess, oh, your majesty. So she's got some cool features. Her head looks very bizarre, but I'm super excited to have one. Moon Shadow was one that I did not have as a kid, and Kim did have as a kid. So it was really cool to add Moon Shadow to my collection and know that it was once Kim's special G2 pony. So there's Moon Shadow. She's pretty snazzy. Moon Shadow came with a couple of different things. So she came with a dresser, a little pink dresser. So here is the dresser that Moon Shadow would have came with, and it's a light pink. You can see the details on here are like roses and little buds, or maybe those are grapes again. And on the top you can see the little hearts and filigree here on the side. Even leaves on the back. 1998 Hasbro. And we've got a perfume bottle here on top. These don't come off. I don't think they're meant to come off. They can move a little bit. Here's a little lamp and a picture frame. And I would say it's probably ivy. And the top drawer, you can see, has a little bit of a flower here and then a handle. So we can open the drawer. And in the drawer are her accessories. She came with a purple flower comb. So here is her purple flower comb, echoing that rose once again for her. So there's her comb. And she came with a purple flower necklace and a purple flower bracelet. Bracelet? Okay. Well. Okay. So this is going to be the necklace. Let's see if we can get it over her head. There we go. So there's her necklace. How weird. Just a little purple rose on a piece of ribbon. It has a magnet. I bet she would pick it up with her magnet nose. See, she's got a little magnet in her nose right there. And it's so nice because half the time when you find these elsewhere, does this one have a magnet on it? It doesn't. The paint is gone off the magnet, so you see that magnet on their nose. And then this is the bracelet. I don't know about this bracelet, guys. This looks like really big for a bracelet. But sure, if that's what she wants to wear it as. It does say bracelet. I thought maybe it was a barrette, but yeah, so she's got some jewelry that she wears. Made out of flowers and ribbons. And then this last fence is hers. We know that. The only thing that I knew, like, this is probably her fence, is because it had a moon on it. So she's got a yellow fence, and her fence is again different. So a different type of raw ironing than we saw on the last two. Now this is the second set. This is from 1998 and the others were from 1997. So even the individual ponies had different kinds of fences for them. And then here we are with the second set. And this one is a different kind of fence altogether. We've got painted flowers down there and painted flowers on the vines of the fence and little hearts there. And then we can hook her rainbow right on to the fence. And now she has this rainbow, and it is in a yellow and blue and pink with a little moon. Very cool. And we do have Moon Shadow's card. So cool. We can see her right there. And Moon Shadow is the mysterious one. She wears disguises when she goes to parties so that everyone has to guess who she is. Oh, she's that girl. When she dresses, she nods her head to pick up the pretty necklace in her dresser drawer. Oh, wow. All right, listen, you're the one that said that you did this, so that's why we're doing it. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. And it's going in the drawer. And let's see if we can get her to pick it up out of the drawer. Wow, she did it! How cool is that? There, she can put it back too. So just really fun little things that the second generation did. I love the magnets. Now, we saw that the magnets did stick around for G3, and they did have interactive magnets in the playsets and accessories too. So that was something that they did take from G2 and move into G3. And the last pony that is in this box is a McDonald's Happy Meal pony from the United States, and this is Ivy. In 1998, the United States McDonald's restaurants featured 3 G2 ponies for their Happy Meals. They were just under 3 inches tall, and there was Ivy, Sundance, and Lightheart. Ivy and Sundance both had molded tails with brushable manes, and Lightheart had a brushable tail with a molded mane. And I think Sundance was the only one that had an actual gem in her eye, and the others just had a painted on gem. And restaurants in France, so the McDonald's restaurants in France, they had similar promotions that consisted of 4 ponies, Lightheart and Sundance, which they renamed Sunsparkle. They were exactly the same as their US releases, but Ivy was in Lightheart's pose, so she was in a walking pose. And then we also had Sweetberry, and she was exclusive or unique to the French My Little Ponies for the Happy Meals, and she was standing on all 4 legs. Very, very cool. So I remember having all of these. I remember going to McDonald's and getting them. I remember getting the pony and putting it in the bathtub and its hair frizzing up like crazy. I don't think Kim did that with hers, though like the ends of it looked really rough, you know. But I remember putting it in the bathtub and going to school the next day and having someone be like, did you put that in the bathtub because its hair is really frizzy? I'll never forget that. It was just such an odd comment, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I should say yes, because I don't want you to think that I like put this in the bathtub. And I mean, kids already picked on me because I played with My Little Ponies. I didn't want them to be like, oh, you're in the bathtub, but on tail. Who knows? Kids are cruel. Anyways, there is a little G2 from McDonald's. The next set of ponies that we have coming out of this box, they come from the 2008 McDonald's ponies, and they are G3s. Let's see, it was the core 7 ponies and Minty, so 8 ponies total. They came with a special themed brush or comb, and they had the same poses as the 2005 McDonald's ponies. And they had like special body markings, I would say. They're not like twice as fancy, but they have fancy markings on them. So we have 4 of them from this 2008 McDonald's pony set. And the first one that we have is a Rainbow Dash. And you can see she's got the little stars and a cloud there, and her rainbow cutie mark goes down her leg. Her tail is molded and purple, and her brushable mane has green and yellow and pink in it. And she does have little hearts in her eyes as well. So there is a Rainbow Dash, and her comb was this one. I think it's like some kind of party hat or clouds with a rainbow. I don't know. But yeah, so they went together. The next one is Minty, and Minty's got these like stripes or blazes on her forehead. She's got little circles in her eyes, and she's got like mint leaves with her mint, and her tail's molded brushable mane with just one color of pink in it. And her brush is this piece of like mint pie. You can see the little mints there and the piece of pie. And I think you could fit it on her leg so she could hand it to a friend. Pretty cool. The other one from this set that we got was Pinkie Pie. She's got yellow markings on her face, little pink hearts. She's got tinsel in her hair, which the other 2 did not. Really interesting. So she's got tinsely hair, and look at all the little party balloons and all the confetti. And there isn't a brush for the Pinkie Pie one. And the last one is Scootaloo. And she's got little daisies that run down her leg there, and some really interesting markings on her forehead here. She's got a little heart in her eye. Really cute. Molded tail in purple and brushable pink mane. There was no brush in the box for her either. Let's see. Pinkie Pie's would have been some kind of blue brush, and Scootaloo's would have been a purple, like, square brush. Doesn't really say what they were. There were 3 Ponyville figures in the box, and this is the first one. It's a little Pinkie Pie. These were so cute. I really liked the Ponyville figures. I miss like this size figure and like a blind bag figure. So cute. So there's a little Pinkie Pie. This one is Pinkie Pie number 2 as far as the mold. So Pinkie Pie there. And we have a Star Song. And this is just Star Song. She's got little stars in her eyes. Cutie Marcus stars with little music notes, I think. I love that her wings are gradient to purple. I feel like this is a very good inspiration for Pip in Generation 5. So Star Song. Super cute. And the other one was Rainbow Dash. And this is considered a Rainbow Dash 6. Rainbow Dash number 6. All the colors are represented nicely in her hair. And she's got little hearts in her eyes. And even her eyes have 3 different colors in it. Really, really cute. So there is a Rainbow Dash to go along with them. And apparently these 3, I said these 3 had to come together. They had to be part of a set. There's no other accessories in the box, and they didn't seem like they showed up in like early individual items. So I was like, where are these from? These belong to a tube, so they would have sold together in a tube. And it says that this is a Ponyville discount set. All 3 ponies in this set were reissues. The set itself was only available at Family Dollar stores, and it came in a tube. We have Family Dollar all over the place where we grew up, and there was one in the town that we would camp together during the weekends during the summer. So it was very, very possible that that's exactly where this item came from. And that's exactly who they are, and they've always belonged together. So they are part of the Ponyville discount set. Very cool. Interesting. And the last ponies that were in this box from my friend Kim are all going to come from the 2009 McDonald's ponies. They are G3.5 style, I would say. Let's see. Happy Meal toys. They were 6 of the core 7 ponies. Tularula was not included in this set. And each pony was packaged with a special themed comb that matched their cutie mark. Okay. So we have, in this set, we've got Pinkie Pie. So here is the Pinkie Pie. And you can see the, they're not movable heads. So you can see that they are the 3.5 style. Brushable mane and molded tail, and her comb was this blue one. Cute. The next one that we have is Cheerilee, and Cheerilee even has little hair ties in her hair. So I wonder if the original elastics died and Kim put these in her hair. So cute. They'll stay there. Oh, I love it. I love that her cutie mark is always this really cool green. And look at the little flower in her eyes. Really cute. Her comb is this one. Little flowers on it for being a gardener. She's got a nice garden out there she's growing. And this is Sweetie Belle. Sweetie Belle. She's got a purple tail and a pink mane, and her hair is really soft. Green eyes with a little heart. Just a little baby unicorn. Really, really cute. And Sweetie Belle had this purple one. A little cupcake on it. We have Scootaloo. And she's got a little butterfly in her eye. A really hot pink mane, and it's really soft. I'm surprised. I wonder what kind of hair fiber it was that they used. Seems kind of dry and sticks out. I bet it ain't. Would you think that McDonald's would use anything other than poly? She's got nice bangs, but it's super, super soft. And then a little molded on tail. Really cute. And Scootaloo comes with this dark purple brush with a little kite. We've got Rainbow Dash, and Rainbow Dash has a hairstyle too. She's got a little hair tie here giving her a ponytail, a really nice ponytail. Look at the shape. And then a little dangly piece in the front. Really, really cute. Green tail, pink mane. Same kind of mane as Scootaloo, right? Yeah. They just use the same hair for both. So Rainbow Dash, and she came with this pink one. Rainbow Dash. Got a little purse and a ring. There's her rainbow. Very cute. And the last pony that was in this box is Star Song from McDonald's. Really pretty. This is the same color hair. They used the same color hair for 3 of them. Well, I mean, it's McDonald's. They're Happy Meal toys. And then this is her little comb, Star Song. Really, really cute. So, I mean, that's the whole set of 2009 McDonald's ponies with all of their combs. That's pretty cool. There were 3 other things in the box. The one is this scrunchie. So some kind of little hair tie or a toy of some kind. And this is very puzzling. Check this out. It says the number 3, and then you see the face in here. There's an eye, there's an eye, there's the lips, and then like a little hat or something. Like, what is that? And it's behind flowers, and it looks like it's like stickers put together, but I can't get it apart, and I have no idea what that belongs to or what that is. It's kind of creepy. What is that? And then the other thing that was in here is this comb, and this is a G1 pony comb. This would be a green flower brush. So I'm not sure what pony this would have belonged to, but it is definitely a G1 My Little Pony comb. We have one more thing to look at for this video. That was everything that was in that box from my friend Kim. All of her random My Little Ponies that she didn't want from her collection anymore. I'm so excited to add them to mine. I love them very much, and they're very special because they belong to her. But we have one more package to look at. This is a package I got on Mercari, and it has a G2 pony in it that I did not own as a child, and a really cool playset to go along with them. This is the bed from G2. So this is going to be Lightheart with the canopy bed. One of the first playsets of the 2nd generation, the canopy bed can be folded up for storage. Lightheart, the pony who accompanied the set, can move all 4 legs, which allows her to lay down in the bed, which is another one of our magic motion options for G2. The rainbow canopy extends when the pony steps on the horseshoe button, creating a rainbow over the bed. So very, very cool. Did not own this one. I don't even remember seeing this one growing up. And it looks a little dingy. This is not a sticker that we should have. So we'll be looking to remove that sticker. But this is the front of the bed. You can see the posts of the bed have these really cool vines and flowers on them. And then the rest is kind of clouds. Look how dirty these clouds are. It definitely has seen better days. I don't know if this is, I don't think this is discoloration, because even in the picture, these are different colors. So this is purple. This is probably a faded, and this is pink, but it's more of a peach now. And then this was a lighter pink, kind of the color that it is. Look at the dirt. It's collected on here. Where was this sitting? Like in a window, you think? On a shelf somewhere, and then it got a lot of dusty dirties. There's the My Little Pony G2 logo there. More of the sculpting. So cool. On the bottom, we have a 1997 Hasbro. So the bed itself seems to open from here. So we would push this down, and it would fold open, and then this would fold up to give us the end of the bed. Oh! Let's bring it down just a little bit further. So there is our bed, and then here is Lightheart. She's a little dusty. But here is Lightheart from this set. Look at how cute she is. I love her cutie mark. She feels 90s. Does she feel 90s to you? So all of her legs can move, and that is really cool. We see that feature come back. In G3, we see that with one of the ponies, isn't it? The ice cream pony? And then we'll see this come back again in G4 and G5 with movable legs. Here is the head. It can go down, and I think the tail. Yeah, so we can lay her down, push her head down. She's sleeping. Now she's awake. Push her head down, and now she's awake. Really cool. Really cool. Never seen one in person before. Really neat. Look at the color in her tail. All three colors. She's got this little heart thing on the end of her tail. And then her mane is pink and orange and purple. There's a cutie mark on this side. All of her hooves have a gradient, which is unique. We haven't seen that yet for this generation of colored hooves, but definitely an inspiration for our G5 friends. And her eyes are purple, and she's got these like dark purple gems in her eyes. Really dark. She looks kind of surprised. I don't know. The gems in her eyes, I kind of wish they were a lighter color. I think it would make her look cuter. But she shows up in many different forms throughout Generation 2, so I'm sure we'll see her again, and we'll see her in a different form. Very cool to have Lightheart join the G2 friend group. And here is the blanket that it came with. It's like a fuzzy yellow blanket. And that lays down right here. And the other thing that it came with was the green comb with the flower on it. And that is this one right here. Oh, if we can get it to come off at the side. So it's got a little peg there on the side for the comb to hang out, and that's where it was. Can you imagine, like, some kid put this together, closed it up, hung their comb up on the wall, and never came back to it, and it just hung out there. Here is the back of the bed, so we can see the little pillow right here and all the little flowers. That's so cool. Let's see. There, now we can see that a little bit better. We can see down in there. So there's the flowers and the pillow. There's the little button. You can see the flowers all the way up the canopy. Just really cool sculpting We've got some books and an alarm clock, a little plush pony and a ladybug with a book. Really cool canopy bed. And then I guess if we press this button, whoa, it opens up our rainbow above the bed. Very cool. I wonder if this was like a brighter set of colors than what we see here. But still really cool. Really cool. So like all the pieces are here. All the stickers are here. We have one sticker to clean off. And I think it just needs a good washing. It's a little discolored from sitting wherever it sat for however long it's been. But I think overall, I think it's in great condition. Really, really neat little set to have. And now we have a brand new pony to add to the G2 collection. All right, there we have it. We have everything that came in the box that Kim gave to me. And then of course we have our really cool Mercari signed of Lightheart in her canopy bed. I thought this was a really fun introduction to G2 for us. I have a couple more G2 things that we're going to take a look at. I have some in box that I'm considering opening. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. And I'm also looking at getting other ones to fill out the collection. Still looking for mine. And I have a box of really cool G2 ponies that came from France. So I'm really excited to open that box and take a look at those with you guys as well. Well, thanks so much for hanging out with me today and checking out all of these ponies with me. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below your thoughts and opinions on G2, as well as did you have any of these? Did you grow up with them? Were they something that you just never saw before? G2 is one of my favorites, and I don't meet a lot of people that played with them, had them as kids, or really liked them. I love G2. So it's one of my personal favorites of the My Little Pony generations, and I'm super excited to share them with you. I'd love to hear what you think of the second generation of My Little Pony. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next time we open something from My Little Pony or My Little Pony G2 for that matter. And if we aren't friends yet, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button and stick around. Until next time, bye!